When I think about my ability over the past year, I would just say my decline has accelerated over the past year.
The rate of the decline.
The rate of decline, which is frightening. I would have said a year ago I would take a nap 2 or 3 times a week. I would say now I take one almost every day, for sure by early afternoon, but yesterday I took one at 10 o'clock. Me and Ollie snuggled up on the couch and took one. And I notice if I don't, because I'll go to bed earlier. A couple of nights ago, Carol helps me take my medicine now, and I just told her like at 7:30 or 8, can I just go to bed now? Or
can I take my medicine
can you help
and
me
go
get
to bed?
my medicine so I can go to bed? So I noticed those things. I get tired. New and novel wears me out much more quickly. And so I have a routine I do here in the morning at the house. I'm usually up before people still at 5:30 or 6. And so I do that. I putter around here a little bit, and then I go, if we have some errands or some shopping to do, I go to McDonald's to hang out, to get out of Carol's hair, and
Drink your Diet
drink
Coke.
my Diet Coke, or I go to my parents' house, or both. But even doing some of the local errands is more tiring. So my whole life I've liked to go to Costco and Sam's Club, and so I would go there. Now I find it tiring. This past couple of weeks I've shifted and said, if I'm going to do those things, I don't mind doing them, but I need to go and do them as soon as they open in the morning, because if
quieter.
I would have, even just writing somewhere is tiring, somewhere new, and so
I think that was a lot to do with why you were struggling so much to go to the new doctor, because it was new. It was a bad day, and then on top of that, you're going somewhere new. It was a new doctor, and you'd been through a lot, and like you said, worried about what this doctor was going to do and say, and just that the whole new aspect to that, I think, was also very difficult and one of the massive triggers for that day.
So if you have someone with dementia, this is kind of common, but it's helping to prime them and get them ready. So I wind down much earlier in the day, but if I'm going to go somewhere that I know at night, I'll try to really limit what I do in the day and rest, and often I will just lay in my bed for several hours and watch a show that I can do. I've always liked to watch shows, but now I don't like to watch complex shows very much anymore, and yet I would say I have loved complex shows. Right? That's one of the things I'd love, and now I more want to watch.
He wants to watch things he's watched before.
That's true. So rom-coms. I recently just watched Downton Abbey from beginning to end over several weeks, and
rewatched, because we've seen it all
We've
before.
seen it several times, but rewatched it again, and I saw a few. I've been watching some rom-coms from the 90s and 2000s
and of course, Law and Order.
And of course, Law and Order. But I've watched it so much in the last 3 months that even I recognize that
You've seen that one before?
I've heard that. And oftentimes, if I can't sleep, I just put it on in an AirPod and just have it on in the backwards have it on in the background. And my iPhone has a setting that when it thinks you went to sleep, it'll turn it off automatically, which is good. But I know I've heard that. It'll come on and I go, care enough to change it, but that's my sleeping show, but I'm probably gonna have to find another one.